to round one with Esper Zur, where we are on the play. We're looking for a hand with disruption early, though I think Geist on the play is probably good enough. So I think the sequencing is Hallowed Fountain tap first. I'm going to have the chance to curve out to Zur even if I draw another Darkslick Shores on a weird turn. I might get punished. Actually, that's not the worst thing. So, with my hand, I kind of want another white source. And I need to stay at above 18 life because of my opponent's scape shifts. So, now that build, well, I'm just going to take thousands when I die, but I don't think it matters too much. I don't think not playing. I mean, it cannot be right to not play Geist here. I do have to just actually kill my opponent in some fashion, even though Colony Heart Expedition is almost sure to go off next turn. Inquisition's kind of the wrong one to draw at that point, but yeah, that's awkward. Let's see, Zur into. It's a little slow, but I think it'll have to do. 4, 6, 7. So I'm not dead next turn yet. You know what? Maybe I should have Detention Sphere the Colony Heart Expedition. It's possible that was the right play. I didn't think about that line. I guess my opponent still gets to 4 mana that turn. Probably 5 with any other. Just I don't like that line a ton. I think that if the Geist gets to attack once unimposed on, I'm okay. Likely, well, my opponent getting 3 forests is super weird. So it probably means I'm just dead. Just Scape Shift plus land here. Yeah, that looks like a dead to Scape Shift plus land. That's fine. So, go this way. Ghostly Prison's quite bad. Steal the Godhead's fine. Cut a Detention Sphere. Maybe more. Not huge on path either, but it does kill Titan, which the green-red lists do tend to play. By tend to, I mean almost always do. Revealing that I do like cutting on Sphere, though. So revealing Zur definitely pushes my opponent towards having like Nature's Claim or something. Stony, rest in peace, don't do anything. Timely's not going to do anything. Yi-Yi's not going to do anything relevant. Soul's Betrayal, no. I think a Steal the Godhead actually is more relevant than another Detention Sphere. I guess Sphere kills Colony. Let's cut a path then. That looks fine. Yeah, this looks fine too. I think I want to fire this Thoughtseize very aggressively here. Especially after a mulligan, I might be able to strip away like a Search. So my opponent has a dead Scape Shift, lands, and a Search. So I'm going to take the Search. Heath, Foothills, Mountain, Mountain. I think that I'm not supposed to fire this other Thoughtseize right now. I'm supposed to wait until the turn before my opponent represents a Titan. Good F6 value by my opponent. Though I guess, do I want to ramp into a flip Jace? No, I think I'll have time and mana to do it later. This matchup does not seem exceptionally good. Sure. So I know my opponent has three. I know three of their four cards. Mountain, Fetch Landscape Shift. Okay. Sadly, we did not get the Geist that turn. It's a hard cast search. So I think I may have to Thoughtseize this turn. Prevent a potential Titan from resolving. Well, let's see what happens here. Okay. So let's think. Well, I can probably beat a Titan, actually. So let's just cast the Geist and discard Lingering Souls. I'll accept defeat if my opponent has Anger as one of their two unknowns, but that's fine. So I want to get Fountain or Godless. I think Godless. I had to take that extra damage because I do not have access to a white source off of that delta otherwise. This is probably Titan. That's fine. Probably gets Mountain Valakut, kills Jace. I D-sphere that. Jam for 6. Actually, this is 8. So this is actually correct. This puts my opponent to dead in 1 if I draw a land. Because the Valakuts can't target me through the ley line. Just like Shadowmoor Limited, which I believe is currently going through flashback right now. Can't believe they disrupted one of the most fun draft formats I can remember for Rise of the Eldrazi, which I just hate. I'm very sad about that. Not so sad about New Emrakul. New Emrakul's pretty awesome. I'm dead to any enchantment removal spell, but that's fine. Okay, so that protects my opponent from Creeping Tar Pit, because they can fetch an instant speed mountain, effectively. Kill it a million times. So they're not dead. I guess, did I know about that, Heath? No, I knew about the other one because it was Onslaught art. That's what I thought. That's a pretty clutch draw. So we'll Thoughtseize. Yeah. That one can get right out of here. And I guess my opponent can do that too. Yeah, that's a super dead angel. They have to have another fetch next turn, but they can't do that or they die to this because they go to 5/4. Yeah, cool. We just know they have escape shift. That doesn't matter. We have a negate for whatever they cast. Can't actually think. They could have Sakura Tribe Elder to survive a turn, but that doesn't really change anything. Actually, that doesn't do anything because I get to do this. Yep, Detention Sphere, your Sakura Tribe Elder for the win. Great job. That's pretty funny. That's actually just like hilarious to me. Okay. Well, I'm gonna click submit because my cards don't interact besides the ones I had. Leyline of Saint is real nice there. Though, just given the way my opponent's probably changing their sideboard, I think I need to keep a slightly different hand that's more discard heavy this game to really be favored. Um, like this. This is literally just perfect. Oh, my opponent mulliganed? Wow. This card is so good against mulligans. Should I bring it back? 5/5/5. Or actually, when you're chanting like that, I think you're supposed to like, once they're like debating the 6, you're supposed to chant 4. But yeah, classic BMs. Some good old Midwest PDQ style nonsense. Um, I'm gonna cast Thoughtseize, so my life total's not super relevant. Let's think about this. If I get the swamp, is there any land I can draw that doesn't let me cast Geist, though? Because I'd go to 17, 15, back up to 19 on the first hit with the steel. I think I'm supposed to get the swamp, especially because my opponent could be blood mooning. I guess no, I should get the second white source so that I can hardcast Leyline. I have a feeling I'm not going to get blood mooned if I have double discard spell. Lead on the one that's going to more likely go for the cheap effect. And then we'll trade Thoughtseize for the bigger effect later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's Baloth, which I have an answer for, Titan, Shift, and Mountain. And then I get to take a land for my opponent's land light hand. So let's think about this. I don't really want to path that Baloth, so I'll just let that live. Opponent's very smart. They're choosing not to fetch because they scryed probably another land at top. Yep. I don't really care about any play my opponent can make with those 3 spells next turn, so I'm just going to Jace here in order to hit my land on time. I think at this point, my opponent might actually just not want to fetch to maximize the odds of them drawing their 4th land. Super marginal. Good. Very smart opponent. Cool. So what does this mean for my hand? It means I lead on a loot. And I want to attack my opponent's green sources if possible. That's what it means. Very good loot. Um, I don't really want Spreading Seas, honestly. I think I'm just supposed to play as if... I mean, I think there's a very low odds that one of their draw steps was exactly that card. Right, I know 3 of their cards, they have 2 cards that could potentially be Anger. They have probably 4 Angers, 50-some cards. I don't really feel like doing the math, but I'm assuming it's pretty low. Like, yeah. Oh, wow, that's very bad for my opponent. So, do I want to flip Jace here, or do I want to... I think I don't have any need to flip Jace. So I'm going to loot first and see what I draw. That's a very good draw. I think that negates the need for Zur the Enchanter here. Because I have... Yeah, spot removal kind of sucks. Let's discard Path. We'll lead on Thoughtseize in case my opponent has... Okay, well I'm going to take Primeval Titan, leave my opponent with all the scape shifts in the world. And we'll see if I can gain back enough life here. I don't think I need double black for anything. I think I want this white source. Then I just steal up here. Put my opponent to Virtual Dead. I also get to brick all the scape shifts in the world too with this ley line. Well, we successfully appear to have black mid-ranged our opponent right out of the game. Cool. Yeah, so what was my next play? I'm going to go to 8. I don't have a tar pit. I'm drawing a Jace, drawing, looting it away, discarding that. There's no need for any discard action. So I tick up Jace. I get to cast this. And I'm still short a damage on the attack. I guess that shuts off this, so that's fine. Because this can find the second steal. Okay. So they were... Oh, wait, no, they're just dead in 2. Because this doesn't attack next turn. So I'd actually just cast the ley line in case of... I don't know. Not bad. Decent clock. Kind of shocked I won that one. But, again, discard's very powerful.